Happy afternoon. Yes, welcome to our inspiring coffee talk. This is the episode 30. Then we have Hayley. Hi, Hayley.
Hi, Joyce. Hi, everyone listening in.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you. And you are in Australia right now. So before we start, right, Hayley, I got a surprise for you. Okay, let me share the little screen and bring you to a little bit of the memory lane about us. Okay, so this is
Oh,
little
gosh.
yeah. So you remember when we meet each other? We meet each other in April 2019. This photo was we actually shoot this photo while you are waiting for a Grab car. If you still remember, after
Yes, I do. Yes.
yeah, after our LinkedIn Penang, I first joined the circle that night. That is the time that we meet up each other, and then we get into bumping to one of the session that you have back in June 2019. Is in Vegas, the co-working space. Still remember? You have
Yes.
short
Yes.
session with Joanna. Then I'm the participants. Then after that, I joined your session. Remember the presentation that is in August 2019. Until the time that you need to fly back to Australia. I miss you so much. That we have in September 2019, we have our farewell lunch together.
We
Yeah.
did. We did.
Yeah. Then you
Hi,
come.
hi,
Yeah.
hi, Ellie.
Hi.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily. Maybe can you off your video and audio first? We are live in Facebook. Yeah, thank you. Later you can on back your video. Yeah. So that time I remember a little bit memory lane about both of us, how we meet up, and just in a very short time, you're such a great mentor to me. Thank you so much. And you connect me to so many people, including Linin Penang. And then right now, I'm in a committee that we have a group of fantastic, like minded people that group together. And thank you so much. So, I'm going to stop the share right now and let me introduce a little bit to you all that just joining in Zoom together with also in Facebook Live right now. Haley, she believed in life that you need to pay attention to the small things because it is the accumulation of a lot of the small things that add up and making a big difference in your life. And she is the one that continue to acquire, to learn the new skills and knowledge, reading books on the business success, personal growth and development. And some of these, all the small things that has really made a big difference in her life. Plus, together, she loved to travel. Travel has been her big part of her life, and she's so fortunate to have lived in three big countries. One is in UK, second is a place in Penang, Malaysia. This is where we meet each other. And then right now, she is in Australia. Describing herself as a people person, she loves to meeting with new people and delight in finding common ground through conversation, then going a little deeper to uncover what makes each other tick so much. And that is the friendship that has made her, given her such an incredible experience that I believe the connection has helped her to make she who she is today. So welcome, Haley.
Thank you, Joyce. That's lovely. And thank you for that trip down memory lane as well.
Yeah.
You forget certain little things, but when you see it brings a flood back of memories. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, how can I make our session more interesting and give you a little bit surprise? Then I say, yes, I got our photos together. Then I go and grab all the photos memory, and it has been a really great time for me also to look back all our photos together. Yes. So today I'm so excited to talk about this topic. This topic has been a really one of my favorite topic to talk about, having a growth mindset. This topic, this growth mindset has been made who I am today. Without this mindset, without that learning experience, I can't be here talking to you, Haley. You won't see me anywhere as well. So that's the growth mindset that bring me so different from who I was last time. So let's talk about this fun and exciting topic. Share with us like why this growth mindset is so important to us in this ever-changing world.
Well, for me, having a growth mindset means that you can overcome any obstacles. So even when we're hit with a global pandemic, we don't see it as being doom and gloom. You see it as an opportunity to reflect, an opportunity to reassess. So always looking at it in a different angle. So it's all about the different perspective that a growth mindset lets you have. And once you can overcome obstacles, then you can see opportunities. So without that mindset of curiosity, I like to call it. And if you are always curious to find out why, ask questions of yourself to explore, that's how having a growth mindset can help you keep evolving as a person and growing as a person.
Yes, I love the way you say about curiosity. Yes. So just like you mentioned about curiosity, asking the questions so that we can keep, learning some new things. So what are the questions that best for us to ask ourselves when we have this curiosity in mind?
I think it's the quality of the questions that we ask ourselves. So it's not the questions we ask of other people, it's asking ourselves, what's the one thing that I can do today that will make a difference to me achieving my goals? What's the one thing that I can do today that's going to make a difference to someone else's life? What's going to get me closer to my goal? What's going to bring me joy today? It's the little things. And I think you said that in my intro. It's the little steps that we take that add up to the big things that make us feel connected as human beings, that make us feel whole, that make us feel purposeful, that make us feel fulfilled. So for me, it's asking yourself the questions every day. What do I need to do that's going to make a difference to me first? And then how can I make a difference to others?
Lovely. So I believe all of you jot down the questions. I do jot down a few questions. Yes. So another one is like I always love to connect this growing mindset, the growth mindset, to the meaningful purpose. So it's like, can you share with us like how that we can cultivate of this sense of meaningful purpose to help us to propel us forward more effectively? Yeah.
I think one of the key things, Joyce, is to watch our thoughts, to control our thoughts, because that's all we have control over is what we think and then what we say and then what we do. So it all starts in our inner world, in our mindset, in our self-talk, and having control over our thoughts, over what we want and not what we don't want, and focusing on the right stuff. So focusing on what it is that we want really helps us to move forward in our thinking, see possibilities, and not be in a stuck state. So when we're thinking if we think about changing the way we think and being in control of our thoughts by what we want in life, not what we don't want, then we're much more resourceful and we'll get the outcomes that we want.
Yes. It brings me to think about this one is a lot of time we have a lot of self-thought and our self-talk. Yes, we have our thought and we say something to ourselves. So last time I don't have this skill to learn how that I can have a more positive self-talk to myself, plus together what I think, because what I think actually can manifest out to the world,
Yes.
to the universe. So can you share with us a little bit, walk us through on how we can develop this great habit in our life?
I like to think about having an angel of yourself on one shoulder and the devil of yourself on the other shoulder.
Mm.
And these two little voices are talking to us constantly. I know I have constant thoughts in my mind. And the easy way is to have awareness. That's the first key. If we are aware that these voices are speaking to us positively or negatively, then we can choose which one we listen to. And we can do what I call dial down the one. Think of it like a dimmer switch on your lights. We can dial down the voice that's not serving us, that is negative, that is disruptive, that is taking us off course. So listen more to the positive voice and dial down the other voice. But the key is it starts with just being aware that we have these voices in our head, and that's our self-talk, and that we can control it. We can control what we listen to, and then take it forward.
Yeah, I like your analogy. Having a little angel here, little devil here. You know, just I watched Tom and Jerry. I don't know how many of you
Yeah. It's like
Tom.
when we want to eat that chocolate cake, guess which one speaks loudest? Yeah, the devil of us. You know, yeah, you go on, you deserve it. You know, so that's when we hear that voice loud and clear. Whereas the one that's reasoning with us, no, choose something, a more healthy option instead. We choose to dial that one down and listen to this one. So it's just we have choices, and it starts with really listening to what those voices, what our self-talk is telling us, and what we can choose.
How about like this? Sometimes I can hear our audiences asking, yes, I have this awareness, all right? And then I'm trying to shift to listen to the angel more than the devil. But how can I shift that attention? Even yes, I'm aware, but I listen more. The sound of the devil telling me to eat the chocolate cake is louder, bigger. And I'm like more prone to the devil rather than the angel. So how to shift that focus to listen more to the angel? Do you have any take on that?
Yeah, it's literally just dialing it down, making a decision in your mind. I would choose not to listen to you right now. Right now, it's not a good time to listen to that thought. I'm going to listen now to the positive reasoning of making a different choice. But I think we tend to beat ourselves up, don't we? And it's okay every now and again to listen to that devil voice and have that chocolate cake. It really is okay. So if you do choose to listen to that voice that day, then enjoy it and be in the moment and have fun. Don't beat yourself up about the fact that you've eaten it, and be shameful or berate yourself. If you're going to listen to that voice that's going to allow you to make those choices, then allow yourself. Don't beat yourself up, but just be aware. It's truly awareness that's the first thing. Yeah. And then the important thing is then you get back on track. So if you have fallen back a little, you have gone off path a little from your goals or whatever you're wanting to do, that's okay. Just reassess, readjust, and get back on track.
Yeah. It's like just now when you say about chocolate cake, yes, once in a while we take it, it's fine. Just enjoy the chocolate cake. Don't feel guilty about that. And just enjoy the moment. And then for one time, it's okay. So you get yourself back to the right path, eating the right food that you should eat. And then once in a while, enjoy the other varieties of the food.
Yes.
Well, we are celebrating life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So don't feel guilty too much.
And I think as well, sometimes if we're talking about, eating clean food, think about it in a conscious way. Think about how that food feels in your body. And it may makes us feel lighter in our body. It gives us more energy. It makes us feel more vital. And if we are more present in all of the simple things that we do, like go for a walk and breathe in the fresh air, then be grateful for that moment, and that helps you to repeat that moment over and over again. So the more good things we do that are good for us, that make us feel good because we've taken a moment to consciously be aware of it, that makes us repeat more of those good things. And then we start to then hear the voice that's more positive, and we start to hear the negative one less and less. It's like it fades into the distance.
Yes.
So do what's good and keep doing it.
Yeah. Especially we want to have fun, right? Most of the time, especially when we want to create a new habit, one good habit, we need to make it fun so that we enjoy the process, so that we can choose the one that we enjoy next time. So we create a better, the lifestyle that we want. So, okay. We talk a lot on ourselves.
Can I give you an example of
Sure.
just one of those little changes? Yeah. I have a little rule for myself that every morning when I'm out walking, I have a rule to make one person smile. And, some people when they're walking, they are tunnel vision, don't look. And if I can get that person's attention and make them smile, I know I've made a difference to I've connected with someone and I've made a difference. So that's just the one little simple thing that I have, that's a little daily habit. It makes me feel fantastic. And it also, I hope, rubs off on someone else that I've touched another human being in a way that is, unexpected. Somebody smiled at me. So it's just a simple little habit that I have, but it's the little things that make a big difference. And if we all made one person smile every day, wow.
That will have a ripple effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
We may not see, but that is, I believe, so much too. Especially right now, we have delivery. Those delivery guys, they come to our house, deliver our food or all the necessary things to us. So, or even the newspaper delivery uncle, they come to my house. So that smile, that good morning, wishing to him, saying have a good day, it makes such a great start of the day too.
Sure does. And thank you, saying thank you and really meaning it is a really very powerful thing.
See, such a simple action that
Simple.
can really make someone's day different.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talk about ourselves a lot, and right now, maybe we shift the gear a little bit. We talk about the environment. So we know that environment is a very powerful that really can shape us to who we are.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, can you share with us any tips that can help us to surround ourselves with the like-minded people, with the growth mindset people, so that we can grow to be a better person?
I have one of my favorite people on the planet is the late Jim Rohn, and I've got a quote for you, and he says that you are the average of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So be aware that having a toxic mindset or being around somebody who is negative Nelly all the time is really draining. So limit the amount of time you spend with that person, and surround yourself with people who uplift you. That's Jim Rohn's advice, my advice, and I think we all know that. But of course, we can't choose our family, and sometimes there are people in our circle of family network that there is somebody that is always negative, and that's okay. Just love them. They love you. You love them. They're family. They're friends. But just maybe limit the amount of time you spend with that person if you feel that they are affecting you, or if their negativity is rubbing off on you. So just be selective perhaps sometimes, from time to time.
Yes, lovely. And do you have any suggestion like for me myself, I love to join some organization or I go to attend seminar and get to be around with those people. So what is your take on that?
Always. That's one of the things I loved about Penang was the amount of networking that we did as women collectively. I think women the world over are very, very good at connecting with other women and in a way that empowers each other and lifts each other up. And so I would encourage anybody to join as many networking groups as possible and find the ones that are right for you, where your people kind of hang out. And also reading, TED Talks, podcasts, being connected with, ongoing courses like your program, Joyce, is fantastic for overall wellness and health in wrapped up in a 8-10 week program. Those types of things are fantastic for us to be able to continually grow accumulation of small changes over time.
Yes, so important. Let's talk about this a little bit. Like, right now, all the audience say, yes, I know growth mindset is important. All right. And what are the things what are the baby steps that I can take each of the every day, that little step that I can take to take action, to move forward, and where to start now?
Okay, I think start with what's important to you. And you mentioned it earlier, Joyce, about connecting with your purpose. And just to give you a little story, when I came back from Penang to Australia, I was uncertain at the time whether I would continue or whether there was a need for me to continue with my straight NLP training. And when COVID hit, I had this big revelation that, oh my gosh, what would I do as a business owner if I was told I had to shut my doors, like many businesses had to, and still are in some cases. And I went back to my very first business when I was had my beauty salon. And I thought, my gosh, what would I do in this situation? And all of a sudden I had an epiphany, and I realized that's now where I can channel my skill set, my experience, my NLP training, and pivot it to a niche audience that was helping business owners. So that's what I did. But it took me to tap into what was my purpose, what I believed was my purpose, where I believed my skills were best served. And then I started an online training program to help other business owners to prepare for when they were going to be able to open their doors again. So that's sort of what started a complete new focus for me. So it's about taking a moment to sit back and think about what it is that you're good at, what your strengths are, what's important to you, what values you hold dearly to you, and help use that to then define what your next step will be.
Yes. After we know our purpose, just from my thoughts, just after we know our purpose, sometimes I found that a lot of people having this difficulty to take that little step, that first step. They feel like it's like very hard to take that first step. So it's like, okay, right now I know my purpose.
Okay. Well, I think it comes down to knowing, setting some goals. Because if we don't know where we're going, how do you know when you're ever going to arrive? So if we need goals, so doing a vision board is a really powerful thing. So get busy searching for those little goals that you want to achieve in your life, and reset, recalibrate, and put it up there in your vision vision board, and you'll start to manifest it if you put action steps in place to help you get there. So just having a vision board on its own isn't going to help it happen miraculously. You do need to then break it down into smaller steps and action points, a to-do list, if you like. What can I do today that's going to help me move forward? And I also believe that if we're not dreaming big enough, and if we're not attaching an emotion to that dream and that goal that we're going for, then doesn't matter how much we want it, if the emotion isn't attached to it, we won't have the motivation to do the steps that we need to take. So it's linking the thoughts with an emotion, and linking all of that together. That means it's not hard work. It's something that you feel compelled to do because it's your purpose.
Yes. That's why people ask me, what is the one that motivate us? The motivation behind is actually when we have the why plus the emotion that we link together, and we know exactly what is the goal. That motivation will just propel you and attract you to do more. So that is a very fantastic one. Maybe can you share with us, like before we end the session, like how seeing ourselves progress every day, they can make a big difference in all the goals that we set for ourselves to grow ourselves more?
I think maybe it's not about every day, but it's about making a commitment to ourselves to be 1% better. And 1% is an achievable goal for everybody. And if everybody is 1% better, then wow, that can really have that, like you say, ripple effect and that snowball effect. So if for you need discipline in doing something every day to help you build a habit, then follow that path. If, however, that's too rigid for you, then do something that is going to work for you. I think, there's so many different ways that you can do it. You just need to find one that's right for you. So if doing, and checking, always checking, how am I going? How am I going towards my goal? Am I off track a little bit? Do I need to adjust? What's working well for me? Then if it's working well, keep doing more of it. If it's not working so well, what can I do differently? And keep readjusting. That's what helps to keep us on track. So if for you it's the daily discipline and habits like that, then do find what those things are for you. But for others, it could just be having the goal and keep checking along the road in increments how you're progressing, and then adjust, readjust, and evaluate, and keep moving forward.
Yes, I love your example when you talk about checking, like check our progress.
Yeah.
And also we did some measurement to measure our own progress. So that's how we can know whether do we progress. It's fine to be slow. It's okay to be slow.
Yeah.
Measure ourselves that we can make the progress. When you see the progress, it's the place that for me, I'm not sure about other people, but when I see my own progress, it's the time that I feel the joy in myself. It's like, yes, I got something, I learned something, I can use this knowledge, this skill to help more people, even help myself. So all this is like all well-rounded things that I can see how the progress make me more.
Yeah. And everything counts.
Yes.
Everything counts. And also for us to feel, fulfilled and to feel balanced in our lives, we need to think about all of the areas of our wheel of life. Our friendships, our relationships, our finances, our business, our job, our spirituality, our health and well-being. Every aspect needs to be considered for us to feel like we're being purposeful and have purpose. So have in setting goals, make sure that you're addressing all of those areas of your circle of life for you, so that you can feel that you're just whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feel whole.
Whole.
It's like a holistic way, like you feel much. Okay, I'm finding a correct words to describe. Yes, you feel like more whole. Correct.
Yeah. At peace, at harmony. That's what we're all striving for. And I think this pandemic has made us to reassess what's important to us. We've become more simplified, perhaps, in our life again. We've gone back to those simple family values and family meals again. And we've changed the way we're living now. And we're not so fast-paced as we were. We've taken a step back and we've taken a deep breath. And I think there's lots of aspects of that we all want to keep hold of. So yeah, simplify our lives, minimize a little, and do what it is that's important to us. Keep your loved ones close, and take care of yourself first, so that you can take care of your loved ones.
So much insights, we learned through this COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, as well as thank you so much, Hayley. You give so many insights to us. So right now, if let's say someone would love to connect with you, where they need to go.
Thank you. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, and I think certainly I know
this one. Am I right?
Lily and Kim. Hi, Kim, and Vivian. I just invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn. There we go. You'll find me there. There we are. Put your camera on, Kim. Lovely.
Yeah, this is the one, the LinkedIn that you can go. You just key Hayley James, you'll get Hayley. So you can connect with me right here. Okay, Hayley, is there any words of inspiration before we off the session?
Oh, yes. Now, yes, my final point that I would like to bring home today is, when we help others, we help ourselves. And if you can find ways to help someone every day, then it will come back to us tenfold. And that's what having a growth mindset and growing as a person can make a difference.
I love you so much, Hayley. It's so much. One person at a time.
One person at a time. Make a difference to others, and it will make a difference to you.
True. Thank you so much. And we're going to off the Facebook Live. Thank you. Those are joining in Facebook. For those people joining in Zoom, please stay on. We're going to have the chit chat later on. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.